Greetings, everyone. Lisa here. If you go to sleep at night and you feel like you've done something, more than likely you have. We consider it that you're working for the army of the Lord or you're working for the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading my Bible, or my own personal experiences. And my own personal experiences. And when we talk about the dream time, um, I really can't tell you a date or a time it comes after your initial awakening. Each of us is so different. Um, I like to say we're like snowflakes because each snowflake has a different configuration. However, in this modern day and age, it really disgusts me that in certain places of the world, saying that is like saying a derogatory thing. Well, I'm talking about snow and the crystallization of water and nothing more. We're all unique. So, how my awakening would be is not necessarily how it would be for you. But awakening is like a peeling of the onion, the layers. A good reference to this in a children's movie I saw was in the Shrek movies. Um, when he talks about his personality and being peeled like an onion. And that's kind of what you go through when you go through awakenings. Now, sometimes we go through, our lives are changed dramatically once we awaken, and it can be very difficult. Well, when you get through the meditative stage where your thoughts just keep running through, and then you come to quietude and you start to see things in your third eye, then you're in the dream time. You're operating there, whether you know it or not. And sometimes it takes a while to figure out that you're actually knowing it. This is Saturday, and I'm going to do my soliloquy. Um, I've garnered employment, so I don't know how much further I will go with this channel. I'm going to have to pretty much focus on the real world. So I have some commentary, and I did an illustration that the spirits want me to go over with you and explain. They say it's about that cloak skin thing that I showed for you all. And they want me to explain the ritualistic part of it and how it transpired. Evidently, there's more than one of you out there that's had this done to you. So at the end of my soliloquy, I got some stuff that Spirit wants to talk about. Okay? So here we go. Give me 1 second. I want to get that original drawing of the cloaky thing. Okay, so this soliloquy is called A Party Within Myself, or A Party Unto Myself. I hope I get it right. Oh, I have to tell you, I just want to tell you right now, before I even start, my energy is off a little bit. It's not fun always being quantumly entangled and hearing things. I just heard an ex-wife give her ex-husband kind of begging to get back together, and only I can meet your needs and yada yada yada, that kind of stuff. And that's kind of sad stuff to hear, and it's sad stuff to go through. I don't know why I hear the things I hear, but I have to say, like going forward with the channel, I will finish reading the harp. I think that's important. And when Spirit drives me, I will pull the cards, because a lot of you are learning some things and Spirit feels it's necessary. But my energy's really been drained by this battle. It's been overwhelming. I fought for some people, and I don't feel like at this point now it's been worth my time or energy. So I'm gonna pull out. I'm kind of at the point where I have to take care of my body and my life, and 5D isn't going to be as important as it once was, and I'm definitely going to cut some ties. So know this to be true. Okay, so I hope I do this okay, because my energy really is effing low. I apologize for that. A party unto myself. Forever be a parting going on inside of me. Forever. Amen, I say. Amen. I once heard a famous lady say, "Honey, if you have a hard life, you have to make the most fun when the good times show up." I have always tried to follow that advice. Someone out there yelled at me, "Lisa, you're a good teacher." A compliment, a lovely compliment. Yet it made me cry. For I've never really been given the chance just to be me. Always that moment taken away from me, forever gone. I think sometimes somebody else got my time. I don't know. I just don't know. Yet, the party goes on, always looking for that silver lining, yet to come. At 69, somehow seeing what is yet to be. Foolish or hope? I don't know. I really don't know. To believe. To believe in that which is unseen. Oh, bad me. I can never quote the Bible verse. It doesn't stay up there. But the message is locked in, indelibly spoken and burned into my memory. Remembered. Believe in the unseen. And I do. I do. I survive by the party within me, which is mostly unseen. I speak to dead people, they speak to me, and they watch over me too. For example, when the Canadian blonde recently tried to possess me during my break on my first day at work, a famous dead comedian possessed me instead for a short time, so she couldn't get inside of me. Friends with the dead. That's me. Almost a constant party inside of me, living and dead. What dimension are you from? From planet greed and lust? Envy or blasphemy? Or from the gluttony farm and the prideful egotist? What planet are you from? Or are you truly love and light? Which is it? Which are you from? Often it's so hard to tell, especially anymore. Discernment. Do we trust? Or should we trust? I don't know. I just don't know. A terabyte novella. Light a candle because you can't get one anymore. Why in heaven's name would that blonde want to ever possess me? Why? Why doesn't she just ask me to help her write content? I would, of course, but for a fee. I have always been reasonable. Are memories just a fiction? Are they? Time ill or well spent? Just follow the lady's advice. Just remember and enjoy all of your good moments. And she said, sometimes, kid, the best moments are when you are all alone. Never be afraid to be alone, she said. See you, kid. and she glided away with beauty and grace. God, I thought she was cool, unique in her own divine way. So, are you watching me be schizophrenic? Or do I really hear so well that this, me, this, look at me, here, inside, is a fully charged party place? You tell me. Sometimes I hear some of you scream at the things I say or do. Are we quantumly entangled? Or part of the CCTV zoo? Is that what I hear? Which are you? Which are you? And who are you? Then you have a memory received, a look, some light, something triggers. All grows quiet. Now, new reawakened memories jump and inspire. Looking for the people to inspire, to conspire, to do things with. For the unseen? So what's my purpose? Do you ask that too? Teach, inspire, or just be? To inspire the inspirers, that's what Spirit just said to me. Then they say, just let it be. Just let it be, Lisa. It will come after some time, they say. But Lord, all above, I tell them this over and over again. I am old now. No one listens to their elders. No one listens to elders anymore. Maybe elders listen to other elders. There is no more multi-generational love. Beauty gone, lost, or stolen, much taken away. Can it ever be retrieved? An old dragon I be now. Old dragon I be. My diamond breastplate has been damaged over time, piece by piece removed, one bit at a time. For this kindly dragon entrances into the sublime. The untrustworthy take what they can away when they can. Bit by bit, over the years, until it's all just about gone. Yet the party within stays strong. There is always a moment for some inner song. Keep the spirits alive and happy. The dead were once living, quantumly entangled. Was I with them when they were yet alive? This intrigues me. Was I supposed to meet the man who possessed me and love him? Were those moments of glamour taken away? I don't know. I don't know. Don't look back, Spirit says. Stay the course. Don't be afraid. Believe in us, the unseen. We will open all the right doors, so they say. Believe that this trial will end, and then the rope will be cut. No more passengers to tote. No more dialogue inside that is all wrong. Don't fret, little one, they say. It's coming, and it isn't far away. Keep the party fire burning, burn it bright. Light the pyres, day and night. That lady from long ago you spoke of, she knows who you are now and works in your behalf. She gets angry when they laugh and speak ill of you. She watches you in high regard and regrets she didn't take more time. Always learning, always teaching. All of us are. So keep your party fire going day and night. When the good moments show up, always make it right and bright. Keep the fire burning within. Always be hungry for more. And that's the end of my soliloquy today. So we're going to go on. I apologize for getting emotional. So when I talked about somebody has this cloak on, it's a spiritual cloak and it's not one that can be seen. They had me draw an illustration, and I hope I did it. I got up at like 3 this morning and did this. It's just colored pencils. But this is, they say, hopefully, they think it's going to be good enough to trigger somebody from this memory. Now, the body is placed on a white cloth, and they have a blue pillow under their head. Now, there would have been a lot more people, and they would have been all around circled, but I kind of drew it this way so I give an idea of a ritual. People in black coats, they take, this is the piece of skin, okay? It's a cloak made out of people's skin, sacrifices. And it's given to each member of the coven that is going to perform the ritual on this person. And they put in the skin, so each member passes this thing along. They start it and pass it along. And people can do more than one pieces of skin. And they put intention on the pieces of skin. And then they sew it. And with the sewing of it, there's, when you sew, like you can bind and add things to it, your energy. So then they get into a ritual, and a lot of times these people are put under, like if you take medication, they can spray your medication with something. They must sometimes put stuff in your drink, and you go out, especially if you're psychic medium, and you are able to be, what's the word? Spirit? I'm not getting, there's a word I want to use, but when you're tractable, when you're very tractable, and a lot of intelligent education, when we do our work, we can be tractable because we actually open up ourselves to spirit, so we can be tractable. And this is where universal law will come in, because those of us who have opened up to the unseen, the good, the light, and the way and the truth of it, when that is diverted by the darkness, then there's universal law will come into play for us. My question with them is, why is it taking so long? Anyway, the skin is placed on the body. They lay you on a white cloth with a blue pillow under. They anoint you with oils and stuff, and then they place this thing down on you. And there's always several people rub it down so it really gets like almost like it would adhere. And they peel it off of you before you awaken, and they chant their ritual. And they said that a lot of times they use red candles, and what you'll remember is the orange glow of candles and the people in black. Now I have two people here in black that don't have faces, because there's are two people who have like a theatrical helm that glows and it makes swirly lights. It's not done by magic, it's actually a handmade thing. And they think that this gives them I think if somebody awakens, they'll leave the two people with the masks and pretend that it's an alien abduction, which the Federation of Planets does not like that, okay? These people are going to be chastised in a very strong way, because at least two of you out there are very powerful, important people that this has been done to. And they're telling me there are more. Okay? So it's not just one cape that goes around the world. This has been identified as a thing on the internet, like if you get on and do coven research stuff. I guess they have dark web websites where they share information. So they wanted me to share that with you as after this. And then I have a few other just technical stuff for those of us who hear. But before I go on that, I have to say, I stopped having sex with my husband before I left, when I left Greg. And I haven't had a partner. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't go out for drinks. I don't look for anybody. And it's been like 4 years now that I have not been partnered with anyone. And there's this thing that I hear from Spirit, and this is in part what makes that soliloquy very sad for me. If you played in my sacral chakra and you think you've had sex with me, with an incubus or succubus, because you're one of these coven people, you've actually raped me. As long as I don't know you and I didn't give you permission, and there's only one person I give permission of that to, you've actually raped me. And I'm not a whore, nor am I a slut. I haven't been with anybody for 4 years, and Sophie, Elizabeth, and Catherine know this. So do some of Trent and Elon, and that's why they're always putting men fondling breasts in my mind, so I can feel lonely and sad that I'm alone. So that's part of the dichotomy, that the word dichotomy comes up. And when that word loathe comes up on any future card pulls on the table, Spirit wants you to know that loathing means there just might have been some filthy form of ritual done to you. Okay? Now I'm sorry. I wear the blue red wig because somebody found out I have some Sioux or Cherokee blood in me, and they took it upon themselves to scalp me. This will eventually come out in trial. It makes me sad that somebody's just waiting for me to meet them at the trial. Because of gossip. Because of people who force their way into a woman's sacral chakra and then want to say she's a slut or a harlot or a whore when she's not. That's a disgusting story, and those of you who say that, unfortunately for you, you're going to pay a high price for it. Not from me. Anyway, the other things they want me to go on about, and I think this might very well be one of my last soliloquies, because I do have to soldier on and attend to my own needs and business, which affords me little time to be creative and to be me And that's why I cry, because I know the amount of money and I know it's stolen my life from me. What's the point at 69, right? That's what all you younger people keep telling me. Anyway, siren sound. When you know that you're connected to certain people, a lot of times we'll be connected to bad guys just to help the Federation out. When you hear, especially the women do this mostly, but men can do it too, they siren, and you hear that, they're calling out to inner space for help. Silence them as best you can. All the zoo people still have access to the axiom, even the ones I named recently, which is Val Kilmer, Mike Myers, the comedian. There's another Mike Myers out there, but he's a bad guy. And Jim Carrey. Just call in the axiom. Just say electrocute so and so, and they will get rid. And tell them why. There's a sign. They're signaling out into space. When you hear high-pitched frequencies in your head, especially you who haven't done the sonic resonancing, and if you can't hear voices from space or the jingling of the angels or high frequency change sounds in your head is somebody trying to get into your head with an electronic weapon so they can compulse you, make you fall, make you drop things. They're trying to break into your head, okay? So just say, tell your angels, somebody's trying to break into my headspace, can you make it stop? And they will. Oh, and they want me to go over what possession feels like. So, would this equate to people who aren't psychic mediums as well? So you tune along your day, you're walking along, and all of a sudden you stumble because it almost feels like you're drunk, like your balance went off for a minute, and you can't, you feel like, whoa, that's somebody trying to get inside of you. And sometimes when they get in there, what you do is, if you don't want to be possessed, which none of us really want it, you just, you pull out your energy, like, boom, imagine your lotus bomb going off. And with that, there's a pole of energy that shoots into you. And then if you've ever dropped a stone into water, the ripple effect, that you're going to ripple out that energy, and it gets them out, okay? Let's see what else. Oh, we heard somebody from the zoo, I think it was Trent Reznor, talking, hey, if we can just get some headshots, we can do a lot with that in the zoo. So somebody out there has to be careful. Somebody's trying to get photographs of just your head, so maybe you're dusting your cameras really well. I know I am. I have to dust. Well, yesterday, check this out. Yesterday I had 8-hour day on my feet, had to come home and dust. So it was a beautiful day. It was like 80 degrees here. So I took some of my wood and I went out and I shaved the bark off, and I sat in the sun and, communed with nature a little bit. And that's a good way to ground yourself, by the way. It's just being outside where there's pleasant and you hear the birds and, connect with things and put your feet on the ground, that kind of thing. It is very helpful in pulling out negative energy, especially if we're in that battle and we fight a lot. Anyway, so that's where I heard that. So went out, I smoked a little weed, went and did my bark thing, came back in. I was out there for a good long time because I got one pole completely shed of its bark, and it had like little wormy things in it. I guess it must have been termites, and I was scraping all that off. So I was out there for quite a bit. So I had to come back in the house and dust again. So if you're on the dusting program, so they got somebody in this building who comes in and does dust cameras. So, um, if you're doing that and you use your pendulum, um, and the pendulum shows you where the cameras are, because I hear them saying, "How does she know? How does she know?" And so it's annoying, isn't it? Anyway, that's I heard the. So that's why it could be any one of you out there if you're doing your dusting that they're going to try to have somebody out there somewhere, and the person has a zoom lens. So uh, a lot of you, I don't have to worry about that part because I'm not famous. But you famous people, before you go out the door, okay, this is just an idea. I just got this from Spirit. Take your pendulum and say, where is the person with the zoom lens? And if it swings in a direction, so imagine you have one of those mirrors, or you could cover yourself up. Like, imagine that you are a disco ball. They won't be able to see anything other than for refracted light. Or you could just put like I don't know if it's convex. I think that's convex when it goes this way. And your energy, tell the spirits, make this reflective, and they'll only see light when they take photographs of you. Okay, trust me, I know this to be true. Um, and thereby you can circumvent them using AI on you in the zoo. All right, we talked about the cloak. Well, that's all I have today. I'll sit here for a second or two, see if they got anything else. They said, no, I can't say that. He's one of the dead guys. Marlon Brando decided he's in love with me. He just decided that now. See, now I have Andy Kaufman and Robin Williams. Robin Williams is actually the person who got inside of me before I got into my car so that Catherine Winnick couldn't possess me. Um, Now, what they do, okay, they say talk about it. What they do when they possess you, they can make you compulse, or maybe you have a heart attack, or make you sick, so, or do something stupid, so you'll walk off your job or something like that. Like that's what they try to do. Or they say in her reference, she wanted to look into my mind to see what was going on. I guess she doesn't have the warlock skills to put me into that lassitude. When you feel all of a sudden, if you're sitting at your computer or your desk, or you're an artist and you're drawing, or you're a filmmaker and you're at the camera, and all of a sudden you feel like, oh man, you're getting put to sleep, that's a warlock working on you. And they're either trying to go into your head to see what's next, or what you got going on, what conversation you had with somebody. They can go in and see what you've done, and sometimes some of them can see what's coming up next. Okay, and that's why I wrote in the soliloquy, if you just need content, why don't you call me up and ask me to write content for you? I'll do it. I need the money, but more than likely they don't want to pay you the money to be you, which is like extremely unfair. So Robin Williams actually got him and possessed me, so I thought that was really cool, and it made me think, he would have been the right age. So would Andy F. Kaufman would have been. Like, it would have been fun to have known those guys in my lifetime, had that opportunity been not. I feel like now my opportunities have been stolen from me, which makes me very, very sad. Um, and be mindful that when you do start to hear stuff quantum entanglement wise, it's really important to have the discernment. That's why I come out here and share, because it's made me do a lot of mistakes for not understanding. Um, Sophie likes to pretend to be Archangel Michael. Um, how they know the hearing and the sound of it, I don't know. I'm assuming electronic weapons helps them with that, but I'm not really sure, since I'm kept out of the loop a lot. Um, Now, I heard the other day I was Lisa Avery Pacini, but I had to change my name up here back to my original self. My mother never gave me a middle name. So on my birth certificate, I'm just Lisa Pacini, and I asked Spirit, is that going to tie things up yet again? Because I really want my wealth. I want the opportunity to be me. Anyway, I'm just rambling on now about stuff. I hope this helps somebody. I hope you enjoyed Soliloquy. It's probably the last soliloquy I'll do since I'm pretty much going to be physically involved in just taking care of life. Anyway, remember, I think a lot of you are amazing, and I love some of you. Bye now.